It's a really good night, especially for our seniors. I'm so pleased that they could end their careers here in Gallagher and go out winners. Riley Swanson, Rodrika Patton, Brittany Martin have represented themselves, their families, our basketball program, and Oklahoma State in first-class fashion ever since they've stepped on this campus. And so happy that all of them chose to come here and be Cowgirls. They've helped us win games, and besides that, they're great teammates and great ambassadors for Oklahoma State.
Wasn't the biggest statistical night for Brittany, 4 of 8 shooting with 10 points, but down the stretch within the past, last couple minutes, she hits the shot to go ahead, gets a block, gets a steal, hits the free throws, playing with 4 fouls. I mean, how tough is that to be in that moment and to make the type of plays that she did?
When we played West Virginia here, she had 8 points, 17 rebounds, and Mike Carey said that the sign of a good player is someone that when they aren't scoring well, they find a different way to beat you. And she did a lot of good things with 5 steals. We tried to get her the ball on the inbounds on the sideline, and I think she's the one that made the strip at the other end. Is that correct? And, I mean, to go where she went to make the strip of the play at the other end, it's just a huge play that helped preserve the win. And she did a lot of good things. When they play that type of defense, what it amounts to is other people got to step up and make some shots. And we really struggled shooting the ball, but we had some kids hit key shots with the game on the line. I thought Britt's shot that gave us the lead, Carly's 3 from the right corner, Mandy Coleman's 3 over there were all huge shots. Those kids had the courage to take those shots and make them. And we had some big rebounds and some big defensive stops at the end of the game. This is a very good K-State team. The other night, at one point they led Baylor by 13, ended up losing by about 11. Played Texas very close at Texas, beat Oklahoma decisively at K-State. So this is a good team, and one, in my opinion, that I believe should be in the NCAA tournament with their RPI and how they played this year.
Their defense is giving you shades of the last matchup you had with them, and also with TCU West Virginia. They're jumping passing lanes early on. How do you kids to slow down? After halftime, they start making smarter passes a little bit and just moving the ball around. Rotating the ball.
I thought we were better, in the third quarter, but didn't get many baskets to show for it. I like the fact that we had 11 more attempts at the basket and only had 8 turnovers. If you're not going to shoot it very well, you better take care of it and get up volume shots. And we got up 11 more shots than them, and I think that had to do with taking better care of the basketball in the second half. We didn't shoot well, but we did a pretty good job stopping them defensively as well.
So what really changed between the third and fourth quarter, do you think? I mean, just going from down whatever to a 13-point swing.
Well, we're down 5 going into the fourth, something like that. I just think our kids were really determined to send our, I know it sounds corny, but they were really determined to send our seniors out with a win. And I thought we got back to guarding the way we had guarded most of the season. We haven't guarded that way for the last 4 or 5 games, and that's why we've been on a little bit of a skid. We got to play great defense. We got to rebound the basketball, and 14 offensive boards was a big part of this game as well. But I just think that there was a lot of desire that they wanted to end their senior year the right way, and our underclassmen wanted to send them out winners. And these kids went 16-1 at home, so it's been a good place for us to play.
Coach, you had any time to reflect on your emotions about this senior class and where it ranks among others that you've had, and if so, what are those emotions for the class?
Well, this has been a special class. We've been very fortunate to have a lot of great players go through here, but also great people, and these 3 young ladies fit into that same situation. They all have done well in the classroom. They're all going to get their degree. you know, I know Brittany Martin's very proud of that, that, hey, I'm going to graduate from Oklahoma State with over a 3.0 GPA, and she had a huge entourage tonight from Utah. I mean, there was a bunch of people here to watch her, and it's really neat to see her finish on a high note. And, you know, was it her best game? No, but what's neat about her is she doesn't care. All she cares about is her team won, and that's what makes her a special player.
I think you're definitely right about that. You know, she gets her 4th foul, she's smiling. Rodrigo throws a ball over her head, she's smiling. What sort of lessons have you learned about her, just the way she is on the court?
Yeah, she's matured a lot. I don't think she did that early in her career here. She's played a lot more on an even keel this year. She's had some games where she has struggled for 2 quarters or 3 quarters and then comes out and dominates the 4th quarter. And that's just her maturation process and evolving into a good player. Because when she was early in her career here and she struggled the 1st or 2nd quarter, she had trouble getting it back. And she hasn't been this way this year. You know, just to know what she had to do this year without coaches telling her very much, she knew she had to become a scorer, a rebounder, and a leader, and she's done all 3 of those. And another thing that's really been valuable to our team is she's become a really good practice player. And she had a little Allen Iverson mentality when she first got here, and she's really become a good practice player and been a good leader for our young kids.
You guys get a win going into the Big 12 tournament, just with how these past 4 or 5 games?
Oh, absolutely. Especially we were embarrassed in West Virginia. I mean, it was over in a hurry there, and we needed to have a good feel going into the postseason play. And it's amazing that wins are very difficult to get anywhere, but when you get one, it really changes your outlook on things. And we needed a good field game.
Happy to be out in Oklahoma City too. I imagine the fan base will be pretty solid.
Yeah, I think if I'm guessing, we'll probably play OU. You know, so you know, that's another chance to play a Bedlam game. That's fun.
Aside from hopefully winning the thing, what do you hope to get out of the Big 12 tournament?
I want us to go and compete like we did tonight. I thought we really competed tonight, and obviously when we could, there could be a different scenario. We may not play Oklahoma, but if you do, you have a chance to play a rival. That's why you come to Oklahoma State, to play in games like that. And we feel like if we're right and doing things right, we can be very competitive with a lot of teams there. And we want to carry a positive momentum into the NCAA tournament as well. We want to play well there, which leads into the NCAA tournament.
The emotions of senior night, to go out there with family, and I'm sure it's something you envisioned kind of going into the game, but did it match up to what you envisioned with? I mean, what were the emotions like?
You know, I thought I was going to cry a lot, and I didn't shed one tear. So I think I was so focused on, you know, holding it in and kind of just keeping my cool so people don't see me cry, you know.
I was so surprised. I thought it was going to be like a big old wet spot on the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
She did a good job.
I didn't cry at all. I'll probably cry when I get home, but I've saved it, you know.
You know, it probably wasn't the start to the game that you envisioned, you know, 4 of 8 shooting even at the end of the night.
Yeah.
What does it say about this victory tonight, that the fact that you didn't have to be the dominant scorer that, you know, we're used to seeing? Is that a tribute to your teammates, and just kind of talk about your game tonight?
I think so. I mean, I sat the bench. I had 4 fouls. They obviously are fine without me. I think it shows that they can play. And, I mean, obviously, maybe they need me to score a little bit, but I think we can play without me, and I think people don't understand that. So.
What was going through your head when you were on the bench there and then the 4th? What
I haven't got that many fouls in I don't even know how long, and I got them all in. I had 2 in the first half, and then right at the beginning of the second half. So I don't know. It's like, really, ref? Come on, senior night. You gonna give me those kind of calls?
What were you thinking when you came back in with 8.5 minutes left?
Do not foul. Don't touch her. Don't touch the ball. Just run down the court, be a decoy, do something, but don't foul.
That said, 4 fouls in
after your fourth foul, you look at the ref and you're smiling. You know, like, why is it that you always just find a way to smile through things?
Because if I don't, I might say something I don't mean. So, you know, keep a smile on my face, and no one will have to suffer. You know, so yeah, I don't want to talk back to the refs, and I think smiling keeps me from doing that. So.
You had a series at the end of the game, I think, with a minute left. You hit the jumper to go ahead. You had a block, then a steal, and you hit those 2 free throws. Talk about that last minute of the game when you know that it's senior night and you know you have to kind of make all these little contributions playing with that 1 foul away. What was going through your head through that series?
I was just trying to do what I can, and obviously the whole game I wasn't being aggressive. My coaches were yelling at me the whole game about being aggressive, and so when I got back in, that was my mentality. I need to be aggressive. I need to find something to help the team and not just, you know, stand there in the corner and have them be able to stand and guard me in front of me, you know. So, so I think I was trying to get the team going a little bit by maybe doing some defense instead of offense.
Kaylee, what's kind of the team's psyche when Brittany's struggling like she was, you know, especially early? Does that put extra pressure on you guys to step up? Do you even look at the score sheet and kind of see how she's doing? Or?
You know, I don't think it really matters. Like, we love when Brittany's on the floor because she just seems to make the game easier. People are tripling her, and so it's easier. But like, we have other scorers, and so like if I don't know, Carly comes in, people have to guard her, and so like we have a team where we don't have to focus on getting the ball to Brittany every time. So I don't get scared when she goes out, and I know that they're gonna bring her back in pretty quick. So just gotta play through till she gets back in.
Brittany, how much fun was tonight, given all the family here and the victory tonight? Just how much fun was it out there for you?
I wish I would have played a little better, but it was pretty fun. I mean, I could look up in the stands. My dad's whistling at me up there, shoot the ball, Brittany. You know, I'm like, I don't miss that, but yeah. But it was good to see him up there. I made a shot. I can see him clapping. You know, I know they're clapping at home, but yeah, it's good to see him here. It makes me happy.
And how cool was it to see Riley hit the first shot of the game? You know,
yeah.
What were your thoughts, both of you, I guess, going through your minds whenever you saw that?
I mean, she's in the gym more than anybody I've seen, so she's just waiting for a moment. And tonight it was it. She told me before the game, when you're sitting on the bench ready to go out, she was like, "I'm so nervous. I can't do it, Brittany." I said, "Dude, just shoot it, relax," and she did. So I'm happy for her.
Same thing. Like, she's like one of the best teammates I think I've ever had, and so to see her come out and like hit that shot, I was like, "Oh yeah, light it up, Riley! Do it again!" So it was really cool to see.
When did y'all think y'all were gonna win? Like, was when Rod broke Craig's ankles with that 30 seconds left?
I didn't even see it. She was just laying on the ground when I looked down there. I was like, she
Poor
hurt.
girl. Like, she like slipped. She flew like 50 feet across the floor. I was like,
It's okay.
After that is whenever she
so bad.
retained the ball and y'all ran the clock down about 20 seconds left. Y'all were up by 5. So I just didn't know, like, they kept coming back all game. So when did you think that you were going to pull out the game, pull out the win?
I'm not gonna lie, not until that last rebound that we secured the ball, because
Seriously.
we've had many a games where we're up by like 4 points and they come back within like, and they win with like 12 seconds left. I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
And so honestly, probably not until we secured the ball at the end of the game.
Brittany, what's some of the details you're going to miss here? I mean, obviously you're going to miss teammates, you're going to miss playing in this gym, but what are some of the little things, the details that you're going to miss about being here?
I think the fans, definitely. The little kids after the games. That's one of my favorite parts of playing, just because, you know, they look up to me, and you can tell they always just make you so happy. They're always so excited to see you, no matter if you had a bad game, if you lost. They're always there to make you happy, and I think that's probably the biggest thing I'm going to miss is my teammates and the fans. So.
Fourth quarter, you seemed to really just stop Lewis. She was dominating the first 3 quarters, and then just those last 4, 5, 6 possessions, she couldn't get anything against you. So what was going through your mind for that final, last half of the quarter?
Well, my coaches were really getting on me, and I'm not a person that I like to be yelled at, so I was like, okay, if I don't stop her, I'm gonna get chewed out. And so, and I don't like it when someone I'm guarding like outscores me. So I was like, and she still did. She's a great player, but I was like, I gotta get these stops because she can't put up like 10 more points on me. I feel so bad. And so in my head, I was just like, you haven't done anything all game, so like pull something out right now, please.
Anything else?
Brittany, at the end of the game, I saw you kind of have an embrace with Rod, kind of right when the buzzer sounded. It looked like some relief on your faces. What was that moment like? And just talk about sharing this with her as well, being that you're two seniors who were kind of mainstays on the team.
Well, she was just, I think those emotions are kind of bittersweet just because, you know, it's our last game in here. I'm glad we won, but I don't know. See, I couldn't hold it back forever. But yeah, it's a bittersweet moment, and I'm happy that she's my point guard, and I'm happy I got to finish my senior year with her.